the World Economic Forum, not in person, but virtually, literally 2 days after he takes office. How did you pull this off?
So, you know that President-elect Trump has been to Davos twice in
2018
person.
and 2020.
Yeah, he's the only sitting U.S. president that has been to Davos twice. He really likes it here. You know, he's a businessman. He likes to also meet the global business people to hear their input and have a discussion. And for me, it's great that he, 2 days after the inauguration, is live on video link with us here in Davos with 3,000 participants. And he's not only giving a speech, but he's also then having an interaction with some key CEOs. That's what he likes.
Well, so the interaction is going to be much anticipated along with what he has to say. But what's the expectation? What are you picking up in terms of what people would like to hear from President Trump? What would be the key questions that they would like him to address, you know, beyond tariffs and so on and so forth?
So for him in the U.S., I think he won the elections on the two I's, fighting inflation and on immigration. So I think we will see very soon some steps on the immigration side. But on the inflation, it's more of a mixed thing. So he will need to also then share what is his economic policy to keep the growth going, but also making sure that inflation is not coming back.
On inflation, since you said that that is likely to be one of the big focus areas, the concern is that with the tariffs, whether it's 10, 20 or as high as 60%, which has been the threat, that could have an inflationary impact. What is the expectation that you're going with in terms of just how severe the tariffs are likely to be and the implications and the impact on that on world trade as well as U.S. inflation?
So on inflation, of course, tariffs can play a role. But we also know from Trump 1.0, his first period, now we're Trump 2.0, that he used also tariffs to negotiate. And he already had a call with President Xi Jinping of China yesterday, and they spoke and also discussed many issues and topics. So I think on the tariffs, we will also see what it also plays a big role in the trade with India.
Well, you know, you talked about his ability to negotiate deals. I'll ask you this in the context of what we're likely to see happen as far as TikTok is concerned. At this point in time, it still faces an uncertain future. It's already gone dark in the U.S. To meet that Sunday deadline. But President Trump has said that he is likely to provide a 60 to 90-day window as a reprieve. Would that be an indication, if that were to go through, would that be an indication of his willingness to do business with China?
So many premises in that question. Let's see what will happen with TikTok. I think what President Trump has said, that he wants American owners. And until there is no American owners, I guess he will keep the policy as it is today, following the Supreme Court decision. But you know, with President Trump, there's also very interesting then to see what will now the policies be on, for example, immigration, because there are dilemmas there too. There's another topic that is up there. You know, 7 million people work in the construction business in the U.S. 2 million of them are probably then illegal immigrants. And if you then send them back, what will happen to prices and inflation? So I think there will be trade-offs too. But I think you will see less people coming over the borders. We already see that through the Mexican border. And maybe he will come up with a policy that is clear. You can come to the U.S., but you have to apply. If you come yourself and illegally, there is no way. That's not the path to go to the US.
Yes, and what will all of this, as you pointed out, the impact on the construction sector, and what will all of this mean for US growth is, of course, a question to watch. But let's talk about Europe as well. And, you've got the German Chancellor here, you've got Ursula von der Leyen of the EU coming in as well, along with a whole host of other business leaders. What's the mood, what's the feeling now in terms of how 2025 is likely to shape up for Europe?
So the growth in Europe is not what it should be, that's for sure. But there's also countries that are doing much better than others. Look at Spain and Greece. Spain is today the Western economy that has the most substantial growth of all OECD countries. And also Greece is doing much better. They were kind of written off 10 years ago. Today it's the country that used to be the engine of the European growth. Germany that is in trouble. But I think also with reforms in Germany, we should never write off Germany. I think in a few years, they are an industrial engine. So they will come back, but of course, they have to see also some structural changes to revive growth.
Building blueprints for growth to driving collaboration to make a better future. We've been bringing you a wealth of information through 20 seasons. Tune in to Davos Diaries at Davos 2025, live and exclusive on India's most trusted business news platform, CNBC TV 18.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC TV 18, now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Thank you for watching us on CNBC TV 18. For all news and updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch us on all social media platforms.